for us.
Yeah. Never mind. None of that matters. What matters is this. Into this. The P1. The crucible of these two teams looking to test themselves on the anvil.
What can you earn in this matchup early out the gates? Project Notorious screaming. Look at Eric. 4-0 start to this game. It's going to translate immediately into hill time and a flipped map.
Well, yeah, I think a 4-0 rip off the beginning does give you kind of a right to start shouting here as well. They're looking for the players going through. Snoopy's already going to pick one up here, and it's a very good start from Notorious. They're looking to just grab even more points. They're also looking for this P2. Push coming out as well. It's going to be Snoopy trying to get it. Cammy's just shutting them down as well. The Surge not having a look in.
Eric tried to meet you out to P4 to deny this rotation from Craze. Johnny finishes that job. Perfect from Project Notorious at the start of this Sake, and they've transitioned over to P2 elegantly. Pressure in from the front line. Nero over the top. You need to get some time here, but Eric just doesn't want to leave.
And eventually, Vancouver Surge. Good positioning for them as well. They've got deep cover. They've got players pushing out all through the spawns. And Project Notorious, it's going to take them some time to run this. They're going to only really have one attempt to do so. Eric Boom goes down already. Huge hit out towards the back, but they are losing members as Mamba makes himself a difficult kill. They find nothing. And they can't afford to do it again. They do not have the time to chow, which does mean Vancouver Surge will now go into the lead.
That's a good turnaround after losing 38 uncontested. More solidified setup, taking down Lunars as well. Johnny checks off the box for the last one. Project Notorious hold on to things into this P3 rotation. Everybody's got to group up now. Johnny on the hunt.
Couple of kills, good hold so far for Project Notorious. Eric Boom's hunting as well. Had a very good start, but did slow down ever so slightly. Still a good hold though. Mamba's going to go in here. Does he have the trades to get it done at the same time? No, going to go down as Johnny and Cammy combine. A shutout now for Surge. They're going to have to try and either give this one last little wiggle or get themselves over, and with that spawn, they will go for it.
Hey, you gotta be careful here, though, because any death that you have is gonna spawn all the way back to P3, and Project Notorious are just looking to flip out for this setup and continue to build this lead. Mamba's gonna be on the rotation. Eric Boom finds him, and here's where the trouble starts to sit in, because you cannot afford to give up another chunk of time like you did on that P3.
Holding and going through. This is all gonna come down to it. Project Notorious looking to hold here for as long as possible. It's not that big of a gap. It's 29 seconds. It's nothing in the grand scheme of things yet. Johnny, though, still holding, slaying out miles away, just being an issue as he knows he can try and stagger them. And that's going to be what they're going to struggle with. Over and over again. You've got to find him. Johnny's on 7. Oh,
what
Johnny! You can't have 2 gunfights at once. That's a little bit greedy. Now on an 8 streak.
This is what you bring Johnny into your roster to do. Disrupt, overwhelm, and spread out. Mamba somehow slips the net. Still not going to get anything done with that. This just continues to get thrown to the wayside for Vancouver. They haven't got a single second since the back end of that P3. Flawless P4 from Project Notorious, looking to carry that on into P5 with Snoopy at the top of this hill. Nobody's going to read this flank.
Going back and forth, and this is all really... I mean, Project Notorious are just everywhere. They're just continuously cutting players into the back and making it so Vancouver Surge can never get a good spawn or a good bit of momentum going. Even now, Snoopy, not even near the hill, he's just playing around with it. Johnny will now bring in the streak that they need. Get off that hill if you can.
You don't want to give anything up. Johnny, last missile going to land onto Mamba. Spawn out for player 3, Craze. He's going to try to cut off this backup. And Johnny going down allows Vancouver Surge to set up in towards this P5. All you got to do is take care of Cammy. Lunars gets it done. You're going to force those back P4 spawns. 15 seconds of scrap time. Vancouver needs to hit that rotation anew.
Oh, another big 3 going down here as well. I mean, 8 seconds of scrap time for Notorious. Credit to Surge. This game is definitely not over. It's only going to be about a hill's worth of points as we go into our second set of rotations. More than doable.
Well, you really just got to start to pick up these rotations. You lose P3, P4, and P5 on the early row. And that's really where Project Notorious have sunk their teeth into this series. She gets into the second set of rotations. You're looking for a quick break here. Cammy hiding away, gets nothing done. Lunars' double kill gets Surge into the hard point. 30 seconds of time, desperately needing to get soaked up here. But as soon as I say that, it's a quick double from Eric, and nothing's going the way of Surge.
This is just going better and better for Project Notorious, holding down onto a P1 again. Snoopy looking to just find anybody who's coming through, but he hasn't found anyone in a while. His teammates are getting killed as well. And this might be another good P1 to P2 bounce. Last time around, though,
what was a tie game. Went to that third hill. Looks like they're going to spearhead this attack towards the back. Only player watching will be Eric. Snoopy on the wing goes down early. Eric alone. What can he do? Only finds the one kill, so you've lost the spawns in the back.
Big there from Project Notorious, and right now, the question is not whether or not Vancouver Surge are going to come back into this game. It's about whether or not they're going to get over 100 points. This is becoming a little embarrassing for the Surge.
And not even Lunars here with his performance yesterday has been enough to tame Notorious. Rotation early for Vancouver Surge. Spawn out, though, from Nero, and every kill, once again, you lose here, is going to be a spawn flip for the Surge. So getting this early rotation is good. You got to hold the hill.
Johnny just having a wonderful game here. He's eventually going to go down. It wasn't a 2.4 KD, but doesn't really matter. The rest of this team are still firing on all cylinders. When they break in, pretty much an 8-second break. And for Vancouver Surge, this might be the end if they cannot get back in yet.
How do you lose that one so fast? 20 seconds. You're spawning up close. You got two players disconnected. Nero needs to find his way in, but again, you just cannot break through these guns. The setup is good. Finally, Lunar's a kill. Pistol, a second one. Can he do everything himself? He can't.
Eric Boom takes it. And now one last run. The Surge have basically got to sprint into the point. There is nothing else they can do, but what they do is sprint into the barrels. And Vancouver Surge, welcome to the 100-point club here at EWC.
Nero, that is exactly what you're trying to avoid if you're Surge going into a matchup like this. I mean, that is unacceptable. Going into the Search and Destroy needs to turn around. And I think that's where things get even more difficult, because Project Notorious, when they played that Fringe Search and Destroy versus Falcons, they really didn't give Falcons anything.
No, but now we're going into it. Eric Boom already finds two here. He's got the opening first two bloods. And now Mamba gets cut down, but that round is over. Never mind.
Can we get a stopwatch check? Start. And the only player who had a rebuttal was Lunars. So, see what the Surge can do now. Off the first blood, it's Craze. Quickly traded out. Battle towards servers. See what Mamba can catch on this timing over to A.
And a 3 versus 3. The smoke does make things chaotic now. Johnny's waiting. He's hoping somebody makes a mistake here. They find nobody really moving. It's going to be Vancouver Surge that...
Well, the patience is good. You've drawn B completely out. oJohnny gets his. That should be the go-ahead for, yeah, Cammy to start clearing this B site and get some space for Snoopy to lay the rock.
Oh, I think Snoopy may have just...
On the offense. Hopefully, you'd be a lot better on your offense. You do see a lot of pressure coming out from the side of Project Notorious. oJohnny gets traded out. Cammy not able to bring this into a 1 versus 2. Looks like Lunars, he gets spotted.
They're aiming up for him. Lunars back and forth. Their knife is going to be out, and I think he got away.
I don't think they know.
If he gets this timing right, if he gets this angle right, it could be beautiful. Oh, here he goes.
Anywhere.
Oh, that is horrible timing from Lunars. Not his fault, of course, but might have had a free pick right there and right then.
But they just checked A, so they know that this one's most likely.
He's already made his way through. The rest of the team are going into this. Well, Mamba might have the moment, might have the magic. Not going to get any more than one, though. Down with 3 versus 3. Lunars is going to call this smoke coming into it as well, but the rest of his team are going on that long flank.
This is really just up to Lunars to not allow Project Notorious to set up their post plant in the back. He needs to hold this position.
I don't think they're that confident about this. This is all going to come down to a bit of timing. Cleaned out tree, cleaned out, looking for them, doesn't find anything here, but Snoopy gets the first. Nero gets one back though. Going for it, Lunars at the same time. It's a 2 versus 2, back and forth. Eric Boom finds one more. And now Crazy into 1 versus 2. I don't know what's happening, but Eric Boom gets it. And Eric Boom is having a wonderful time so far in this S&D.
Want to stem the bleeding here and now.
Gonna make a gap here. This is a bit of timing. Mamba has found himself into a great position, but will go down. 3 versus 3. Bomb going down will be advantage to Vancouver Surge.
Post plant inside Dojo. Vancouver, they are trapped. 2 players on the flank. The only one that is separated will be Eric. Looking for a timing through tower.
Here we go, double hit. They're going to try and get around this corner as well. There we go. There's the first trade. Cammy for the second. And now 1 versus 2. Lunars has time on his side, though, and he already finds Eric Boom. 1 versus 1. Cammy's going to be looking for him. Lunars gets a little bit of information. They're trying to get it. It's starting. It's back and forth. There he goes. Nero already going through. Gets away with 6 health and a dream. Johnny almost gets traded out himself. Bomb is going to go down here. Johnny's against 2. He's putting bullets in everybody. Johnny getting that health regen. Looking for more players going into this one. There's another Chow coming into it. Johnny does not get the second here, but his teammates will. No, out towards the back, though. Mamba! Oh, he gets one. It is a game of inches everywhere across the map here. Project Notorious now at a disadvantage. 2 versus 3. They've given up the bomb site.
Somebody could just hop the defuse. Cammy's already left this one, and suddenly you're disconnected. Lunars again in a 1 versus 2. And they're going right down the middle of the map. Craze has already got himself into the big window.
I think they know. I think this has been called out. Interesting chow from Eric Boom. It's a non-tradable position, so he has given away the advantage.
That is information, though, that the mid-map has fallen. Suddenly, Cammy goes down. No need for a Hellstorm. Surge. They stay alive.
Good run there from Surge. Eric Boom, bit of a wild chow up top. That's a lot of map control that Notorious have given up. Incoming Hellstorm. Eric Boom's making a bit of a play here as they go through it. I mean, this is 100% been called out, right? Like, they know he's in here. Yes, they do. Yes, they do know he's in there. And now it's a 3 versus 4, a retake for the map.
And you already got a route being run from Johnny. He is the one to call game in this series, but it's even going to come down to that inside the smoke. Lunars, Eric Boom puts it all on Lunars' back, and it's not going to matter.
So he's just trying to add to this blocker here. Mamba's going to go down already. There are more bodies here, though. Surge have managed to get somebody in the area, and they have stopped this dead.
And not easy to get that early cap down on a map like Gridlock, so Vancouver hold the line. Defense is going to stay strong, and you already got Mamba trying to work an offensive push over to the B side, but maybe all just for a little bit of distraction. So you got Craze on the other end. Mamba's going to pivot over to assist his duo. 3 go down, and the counterattack from the Surge. That is splendid.
Wonderful job. Live Ascenders, they are getting some of these kills going into it now as well as they look for the players coming off of this break.
Surge to set up yet another defensive hold. You got Mamba on the flank, and he himself is not in a safe zone. Snoopy tries to pull a fast one, but Lunars with the shutdown. Craze wins his fight versus Snoopy. Craze a second kill. Vancouver going to pick this one up, see if they can work down the map, but again, this back and forth just continues to split the odds.
Oh, Luna's getting that one out of there. All his teammates fell. Just couldn't do anything else with it as well as a Eric Boom. Target-rich environment. Can he find anything else? Hill going. This is a masterclass in defense so far from Vancouver Surge. They are making this so difficult for Project Notorious to get this EMP moving where they want it to be.
Surge has done a good job at denying these attacks, but can you put together a second attack of your own? They're going to pivot through the middle of the map, and this is going to be a late rotation for Project Notorious. If Craze can find anything here, might be looking for a second one. In goes the capture. Mamba gets it done.
Doing a great job of managing to get these trades where they need to. Cammy will pick up another one here. Please do not run it straight again. It has not worked at any point so far today.
I feel like every single time I look towards that map, there's a player flanking from Surge, and this just continues to be the narrative for challenger teams, that the tempo is just not up to par with any CDL team that we have seen in this game mode. Constant pressure, constant places to look. Finally, you get a look at the objective, and Notorious do not let that one go silently. They're gonna dunk it home. Keep this game at a 1-point difference. 22 seconds, they'll have a chance again.
Here they go one more time. MPC close range. Eric Boom can't get any more done. Vancouver Surge is going to take this. They'll look for the free play. Nero scoops. Here we go. Is this a fake out? Have they got the right position yet?
It's a good read from Johnny.
Free play activated. Starting to move through though, but that's a big win by Johnny. Shuts down the possibility of a fast push here. Cammy already going to call out Lunas here. They've got a few bodies into the area with 17 seconds left to go.
All 4 players here to defend. 13 seconds. Nero needs to wait for his team, and you need the team to start to find Faze to recognize that that route is open. You deny the flank from Cammy. It looks like Crazy going to play for some more checkout kills. Snoopy's not going to give him anything. Amba denying once again that ice cream push, and his stalemate continues.
Johnny scoops. All runs into Mamba. Oh, it's got a bit from bad to worse as Cammy looks to lock this one down. There's more players trying to get through as well. Snoopy's doing a great job of killing everything that comes against him. Mamba, though, takes down Eric. Boom! Lunas gets behind Cammy somehow, and now he grabs it. This might go home. This is a ridiculous play as Mamba has just punched a hole in the defenses, and that's now going to be 3-1.
Everybody's so worried about Mamba, you forget about Lunars in the ball. I mean, Project Notorious don't know where to look right now. Nero holding it tight. Johnny's gonna go out. Nero has a little bit of assistance, and the ball once again gonna get stopped this time in Dojo. Cammy's gotta go big to stop this.
Oh, they're looking for him, and he can't find anything. 2 more players, they're gonna come to the fore here. Nero gets one more, and it's all on Eric. Boom! There's only gonna be one. A team kill comes through, and, well, Snoopy arrives just in the absolute clutch of time that Cammy gets there and finds 2, but it's a goal line stop on what could have been a score. A minute 12 left to go here.
2-point game. Johnny on the ropes. You're looking for the 4th capture. Surely this is it.
Somebody might slide this. Not going to. Going to go down here. Another flank coming through though. Mamba. I was going to shut this one down. There's one. Staying alive. He's just done this over and over again. They haven't been able to move this EMP cleanly at any point. They are fighting from their own back spawn here, Seymour. It is just not been pretty. Vancouver Surge are teaching them how to play Overload.
I gotta say, I mean, yeah, the hard point, a lot to desire. 100-point club, search and destroy, you get the 2-6 loss. This has been a masterclass out of Vancouver Surge on the Overload. When it comes from what wins you games in an Overload, it is an ironclad defense. Vancouver holding the line constantly on the gridlock and keeping themselves alive here at EWC.
Here in this one as they get a couple of kills straight away onto this first, and, well, not bad start.
Oh, there we go. The opening of the round. Crunchy roll first blood for Snoopy. Mamba off the gates 3 in a row. It gives Surge 15 seconds of hard point time off this opening P1, and it's actually going to send these spawns into a little bit of a shamble. You got Snoopy working down the south side of this mini-map, see if he can flip things out for the P2.
Eric Boom just looking to grab this scrap time, which at least give them a bit of an even kill as they go through into the next. Mamba now has to fly back into Ruse to try and help his teammate out, keep this door open for the reinforcements to get here. Craze find it, Eric Boom goes for the trade. Mamba on the outside, finds Eric Boom as well. Everybody now tangoing into this one, but the players managed to fall off the map here. Mamba cannot get back. But it's good here for Vancouver Surge, they've held.
Cowboy Boots weighing him down on the gravitational pull outside of the map. Still Surge holding onto this lead. Back spawns for Project Notorious, trying to break in through the staircase. Cammy's there with the MPC. And he's even going for a little bit more. Cammy, all 3 for the Scotsman. And he's on himself a tear.
Oh, a little bit of a wobble on that one though. Doesn't quite get it, but does a good amount of damage. Back in the lead here for Project Notorious, and they're probably relatively happy that they can now clean lines. Vancouver Surge will have this rotation. All about these first kills.
Good from Project Notorious after a slow start to build their way into the lead. 54-31 as P3 pops. Surge in control. The player you're really looking at to cause impact will be Cammy. He's looking for the late flank.
Boom does get a trade going through here. There's still a fight in towards Dojo. Cammy tries to get through the middle here, but can he find anything else? His teammates have got it. It's Craze going for this one as Cammy tries to stay alive and dance with him, but cannot find the gap he needs, and it's a great hold. Vancouver Surge do everything they need.
That was Craze still alive. I thought Cammy had him dead to rights. The finesse there from Surge, starting to close this gap. 28 seconds that you don't want to give up here if you're Project Notorious. So where does this stem from? 3 players hitting through Dojo. Craze hiding in the corner. He gets away yet again. Good trades on the hill. Craze setting himself aside, looking back to Dojo, looking for these spawns.
He's flying out and cannot find any more for it. This is all about getting into these spawns now. Project Notorious will be the first. Eric Boom will probably be the first one into a fight here. They're looking for him out towards the back. It's going to be a 3-man hit through. Johnny cuts down mid. Playing an off angle. Eric Boom should get at least one. No, instantly gets taken down. Cammy will find Nero though. Doesn't get any more. Wait, no, I'm lying. Cammy finds 2. Traded out once again.
You still stay alive for your Lunars, and here comes Craze on the outside of rooftops. Nobody's going to be tracking for him, so good trades inside of it. Craze now looking to do some more damage. Semtex on the door, but Project Notorious will break through from those spawns. 3 players in. Another wave from the Surge. Lunars on the inside. He gets caught by the nade. Nero, 1 kill for himself, but everybody else drops on down. Clearance for Notorious. A lead change heading into the new set of hills.
Yeah, they push this one out far as well. Snoopy going to be on his 5. And this is a much closer game than that map 1 hardpoint would have led us to believe. Luna's now trying to dance around. Can he get the better engagement? How he's still alive for so long, I don't know. Eventually, Mamba will come to clean it up.
Let's invest this Hellstorm. Let's continue to put the pressure onto the Surge for the second set of hills. You see what that's going to do for those blue arrows. They try to separate themselves into these gunfights, but they lose the gunfights. The break comes in, and Notorious got themselves the setup, and the spawns flipped.
Oh, this is big. Is this where they finally get a lead big enough to put this game over the edge? That's going to be 3 down into the kill feed. 4 down. Big hitters in this game. I mean, Snoopy and Johnny doing well for Project Notorious on the other side of it. Pretty much even all the way through. It's only Luna's going negative. Everybody else tightened their score. But now the points are meaning prizes. A little bit of scrap time available here for Vancouver Surge, but they want P2.
They want it. They're looking to get it. Eric in the back line, providing a little bit of a distraction for Cammy on the other side. Craze is good enough for the trade, but Cammy, oh no! Almost turns on Lunars. Shut down. Still alive in the back, forcing out these spawns, but not soon enough. Johnny cuts it off into B2. Here comes the reinforcements. Johnny, another one. 2 in a row. Gets him the hill.
Heading towards that double score point. Doesn't even look like that one side of the game if you just look at the slaying, but this has been great here from Project Notorious. Holding on this P2, time ticking immemorial. Craze gets taken down as well. Here comes the rooftop hit. Everything piled into this as they fly across the green tile. Cammy already looking for it, finds 1, not going to find a second. It's more fights going through. Eric Boom will take down Nero. And now Craze will be reduced to nothing. And that is 170 points for Project Notorious versus 87 for Surge.
You have just gone back-to-back kills, only getting about maybe 5 points here if you're the Surge. You're down by near 100 points heading into this P3. First one's the setup. You do get a set of kills. Nero watching through the middle of the map. You got a late flank from Snoopy. Looking to impact those spawns and force Vancouver into a trap.
Eric Boom just trying to tickle the player, see if we can get through, but that has worked out. They've got so many gone down here as they clear them out. And hey, benefit for Vancouver Surge, not a 100-point club this time. But they're going to have to try and retake this. They're going to have to go for it again. Great tacticals coming through that allows them to break into it as Nero puts every bullet he can through the wood, but eventually they clear it back themselves. 26 seconds to play for.
You get this 24 seconds, you're just going to be down to just over 1 hard point of time. You can chain together this P3, P4. That is where we've seen a lot of teams on Den build their way back into a comeback for Vancouver Surge. Yes, it's a tough task. It's not an impossible task. We've watched a lot of Black Ops 7 this year, Bryce. We know the possibilities.
oJohnny not going to make that gunfight though. Coming out through the back, he's trying to just make the big play if he can, but gets absolutely reduced to nothing. It's good for the Surge. They're still alive, they're still rocking, they're still rolling.
And Mamba clears out the spawn. So it's all eyes 4, 3 dead. Surge with the setup, still 40 seconds. You're going to be down by about 17 if you collect all of this.
Snoopy now trying to get through, but Eric Boom actually kills him. It's a team kill going in. Great hold here from the Surge. Cammy falls off as well. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for Project Notorious. Just when this game was already being written, it turns out the page needed to be turned, and that's what Surge have done.
187 to 83 was the scoreline. Now 197 to about 177 at the end of this P4. Rotations to new. We head into the third set. Project Notorious narrowly leading in this den. Hardpoint with Surge on the ropes. They've delivered themselves a comeback, and they're starting to get some momentum.
Oh, they're just making every single kill. They've got it as well. This could be a lead change. Vancouver Surge have surged back into this game, and they are feeling good here on the stage. Is this enough? P2 have still got the spawns. Project Notorious have an opportunity, but it is fleeting at best.
There's the lead change. And it's momentarily, but it's another wave of kills. 3 go down. Craze, he is crazy for challing this one. And Cammy goes down. You can see a little bit of panic in these icons as the players are starting to get frustrated on the side of Project Notorious. It's a rotation to new, and Surge are there.
Having this as well, but Cammy opens this up just a little bit. Another player going through. Eric Boom is already in for P2. Eric Boom's trying to stay alive, flying high. Snoopy comes to help him out, and it will be Project Notorious in here first.
And another lead change. Mamba's in. What can he do? Cammy quickly going to trade players around the back. You do have a pinch coming in from Surge from couches, though, and it's only Lunars there with the MPC. It's still Project Notorious winning every gunfight on the map.
Cammy staying alive. He managed to get one out there at the side and does eventually go down, but it's still ticking. It's still going to be good for Project Notorious. Surge, even if they break now, cannot win it on to this point. Johnny looking for one. Johnny going to try and get the second. It's Snoopy on the outside as well. Eric Boom going to be in the hill. He knows where the pressure is coming from. And there is a fight for the very survival of this team, but it's going to be a shutdown again.
I don't know if they get here.
Notorious are 10 seconds away. One last run of the dice, one last fly over the hill as they try to get into this one, but the guns are up, the fun might be up, and this is the last hurrah of the Surge.
No.
They stay for now.
3 seconds. You can't give this up. Johnny, looking to call it. You still have to keep your player over to new. 2 versus 3. Cammy blocking those spawns.
Cammy sees 2 though, looks for 1, looks for 2, he's not going to get either, doesn't matter, Snoopy will, and that'll be enough, that'll be the time, and that'll be Vancouver Surge going home. EWC still alive there for Project Notorious. Goodbye CDL, hello heaven.
We say goodbye to the Surge. Project Notorious rising to the occasion. What a momentous journey this is for challenger teams who missed the opportunities in the Pro-Am. They do not miss twice. They still stay alive in GSL. Another key will be crushed. And on this day, it is a Challenger's Day.
Earned, and of course we end with Cammy's because we've got Cammy in the booth. Project Notorious, my man Cammy, congratulations on a big match win. I know the day at the very beginning started a bit rough. Really looked like you all made final form here in the end. How does it feel to get that match win?
It's good. It's good. I think we definitely thought we were going to win that, to be honest. Obviously, starting off today against Falcons, they've been a good team recently, so we knew it was going to be a hard match. And we did play pretty decent, to be honest. We just kind of threw the game away when we had the good spots, and against those teams, you can't really do that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we bounced back in this game and played really, really good COD for majority of it, to be honest.
And even you yourself, it's been quite a crazy year, start to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about the end of champs into now and the journey it's been to you. Like, what has been What's been it like the past 2 weeks?
Yes, it's been good. Playing with these guys, something different. Obviously, yeah, disappointed last couple events for myself, especially with like the middle of the year. Like I feel like I really started to turn it around and played really good this year. So that's pretty disappointing, but I'm happy to be with these guys and get the opportunity to be here, and I just got to do the most with it.
You certainly do. All right, Cammy, talk to me about the overload.
Yeah,
what happened? What went wrong?
To be honest with you, I think we were just on Mars. Overall, it's quite hard when like you start down, and we just gave a couple stupid caps away, to be honest. So it's just something we got to work on. Same thing against Falcons. We were in good positions and threw it. And then that game was just really sloppy, to be honest. We were wrapping the ball the wrong times.
A lot, yeah.
Not realizing when they were wrapping the ball. Yeah, I think our comms were just a bit mid, and then we obviously started down. So we were kind of just chasing the game and playing into them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, totally fair. And last question from me. What's it like to get the call from the boys here and say, hey, we're going to EWC, you in? What was that moment like? What was your answer like?
I was very happy because I was absolutely devastated and I had not been able to qualify with my old team. So, you know, getting the call to come here. And I mean, these guys are good, you know, they've been doing well this year. So I knew it would be quite easy to fit in with them, to be honest. So I was gassed to come play with these boys.
And for your last series, I mean, in the GSL bracket, like, what is the mindset for you guys? Where do you guys think you guys can hit that next level and shut down some of these other CDL teams?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're probably really strong against, you know, the bottom 6 teams. I think we have a really good chance against those teams. It's just the top 6. We just got to make sure on the day that we play like our best game, because you can't afford to play poor against those teams.
Right, fair enough. Hey, Cammy, congratulations again, my friend. Any final words for the broadcast? Anybody you want to shout out? Or
No, I mean, shout out P7, obviously, our Project Notorious, sorry for letting me come here. And yeah, shout out all the people watching back home. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Cammy, Project Notorious. Fantastic interview and a massive win. Excited to see what they're able to do as Surge are kicked out of this competition. All right. Well, we got to wrap up the day, man. We got brackets on brackets. I do want to keep talking about Faze, but we've got our key crushes. Vancouver Surge. Actually going to go there and get crushed first. Bryce, you got to talk me through this amazing mechanism.
Well, I mean, they've actually improved this machine year on year. This is probably the best one it's ever looked to and go through, but that is an absolute ton of pressure going through to take this key out. I've always kind of wanted to look at one of these crush keys a little bit closer to see exactly what they're made of going into it. But yeah, that is a devastating piece of machinery, and it is just indicative of crushing the dreams of all of these